Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie, and this guy over here. Yeah, there is a
David Wright, happy to be here.
And as you can tell, there's a
I hope we're
slight
not
bit
going
of
to have a
delay.
slow.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's not too bad. I know that it's sometimes it makes things a little choppy.
All right. Well, it sounds like there's about a 5-second
you.
delay. So we're gonna try to do this fast. I'm gonna have the clicker. We do this every well, right now we're doing it once a week. That's probably the plan. And as you can see the clicker right below. That gives my number and David's number. So if you have any questions throughout, feel free to reach out directly. Or if you have any particular questions about what we're saying right now, comment on this below. We usually don't push it that much, but if you do have any questions, feel free to comment. Also, too, if you've been watching us, you'll know one thing is more lately, inventory has been trickling down a little bit. And I'm going to push that right now. We're getting close to 2,300 properties in San Diego County. And yes, the winter months, we usually see less inventory. Yeah, we're not in the winter months anymore. We're in February, so we should be.
We're headed into February now. Before you know it, this month will be over with.
Yeah. So because I was talking to someone actually the other day, or actually no, today about that, and they're like, "Oh, well, usually in the winter months, you get low inventory." And I was like, "Yeah, we're not in the winter anymore. It's I know it rained a little bit, so maybe that's what the thinking is." But anyways, let's get into the specifics. How are interest rates looking? That's always a big question for everyone, David.
Since last week, when yes, we got a quarter point increase. And had you been smart and talked to your lender, you should have locked the day before the quarter point increase, because had you had locked the day before the quarter point increase, rates were actually 0.75 lower. So I know people are wondering, why does that make sense when, the Fed increased rates by a quarter? Yes, it did. But the Fed also did not like the response of what Powell was saying. And nobody really, the numbers that also came out for new jobs were like beyond expectations. They were supposed to be like 100,000. They came out at 500,000. But what you got to take into consideration is that was all during Christmas. So those are all the people who are working part-time jobs during Christmas. So it's not really a good identifier of employment. And so what has that caused? It caused unemployment to go to the lowest it's been so far. So if you've been watching Vinnie's show and our show, you're going to notice that we told you this probably 7-8 months ago is when employment hits its all-time lowest, is usually when recessions start, and then you start seeing unemployment move higher. So we just hit our lowest point ever, and the bond market didn't like that, and the bond market has made interest rates worse since Friday and today. Rates have gone up literally like 0.40 higher, and in some cases a full half a point higher. So to put that in perspective, all the people that I locked last week, they were locked in at 5.625. The same thing now is at 6.25.
So let's look at it this way. Let's say if we were at a $500,000 purchase price, okay, $500,000 purchase price, and person A locks their loan in at with a, let's say, 20% down at 6%. Person B locks it in at 5%. What would be the ballpark of the change of monthly payments?
Oh man, around $300.
Okay, so like $300. So I mean, it just for people listening right now, sometimes when we look at like rates and things like that, we're like, okay, well, what's happening there? Oh my gosh, it went up by 1% or went up by 0.5%. Oh, I'm never gonna buy again, right? And so to look at it in that perspective, okay, well, if it changed by 0.5%, I mean, then maybe it's only $150 difference on it, right? So understanding what your picture is could be different from like generic pictures out there for people listening.
And the bigger picture is if your lender is not watching the economic markets and not paying attention to this, you missed out on a huge window last week, because I locked everybody in the day before the Fed raised its rates. Now, typically, you watched our show before, you'll notice when the Fed raises rates, it's already kind of built into pricing. But when it raises rates, mortgage rates typically come down a little bit. But not this time, because the Fed said it was going to still maintain a very hawkish outlook of increasing rates consistency. So watch our show, you'll notice this too. The more Fed combats rate inflation, raising its rates, inflation will come down. And so if we maintain our course to summer, we're going to have lower rates by the time June, July hits and August than we have now. So I'm still predicting, hopefully, Vinnie, we got more listings during summer, because if all of a sudden, rates go down to an average of 5.25 and you got 2,300 properties for sale, guess what happens?
There's me bidding wars. We're already seeing basically multiple offers.
Yes.
I don't know if we lost
houses during the pandemic, the lowest rates in history, and you were angry because there's 20 offers. Oh no, you lost.
No, there you are. There you are. We're good.
Okay, so for all you out there that bid on houses during the pandemic and the lowest rates in history, and you were pissed because there's 20 offers, if rates are back down in the mid 5s or low 5s during summer, and we have the same inventory as now, it's not going to be a good day for home shopping. It's going to be a lot of offers, a lot of competition.
I mean, look back again. What happened with like you're talking about? What happened with COVID when it first happened? Less people put their house on the market. Inventory shot straight down. Yes, they artificially brought interest rates lower, but still, we were already kind of getting into that flow of it because inventory was jumping down. So we had that. Oh, I lost out on that property, so I need to bid a little bit higher on the next property. So if we do get interest rates to go down by 1%. You're going to start seeing more of those bidding wars. We're seeing some of those bidding wars now at the lower price point. So just be aware of that. If you're looking to purchase, talk to your trusted realtor, trusted lender. If you don't have one, again, here's the clicker below. We'll give, our information. But anyways, we want to keep this short and sweet. If you have any particular questions about your situation, feel free to reach out to. No question, no quiz today. We'll get back to you next week. Any last words of wisdom?
So for those of you who are watching the market, hopefully your lender's paying